What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the APC Toys Giant Hammer, or their version of a Transformers Prime Bulkhead. So I got this from Jordan W. Thanks for allowing me to take a look at your copy. And I didn't realize this is basically a straight KO of the original toy, the original Transformers Prime Bulkhead. So there isn't really anything new other than maybe there's a weapon in there, but for the most part the figure is the same. Normally I wouldn't take a look at something like this, but just because I thought it was cool, I'd never looked at this figure, and I thought it was new, I decided to take a look. But thanks to Jordan for sending this along. Let's take a look at the details. We have a little bit of paint here and there, got some darker green paint here. You'll see this more in the vehicle mode, but little details for the vehicle. Painted silver hands, arms, knees, and then waist section. Here's the back. He does have a little bit of a backpack. This can be kind of configured however you like. It seems like people do it differently. I kind of trying to find the stock image of exactly how it's supposed to go, and it seems like there's options, so you can kind of have this however you like. But me personally, I like to have it kind of more flatter to his body. He does have light piping on the head. These older figures, and it does light up quite nicely because it's on the top, so you get those blue eyes with silver face. Speaking of the head can rotate. It's on a ball joint. You get a little bit of up, a little bit of down, and then it rotates around. A little bit of side to side as well, not much. The shoulders can rotate all the way around on friction. They can go up to here. The shoulder pad itself can move out of the way, so you can get it all the way up to there. You have a reverse butterfly, not much of a forward butterfly, just do the transformation. Get a little bit like that. You have a rotation here at the bicep at a cut joint. You have a single jointed elbow, but it gets you well past 90 degrees. A little bit of a auto spring-loaded arm here, which is, I guess for transformation, it goes in. You have in and out movement at the wrist. That's not really a movement, it's just for transformation. No waist rotation on this guy, and no ab crunch on these older figures. There wasn't a lot. Legs go up to there on a ratchet, back to there on a ratchet, out to the side on the ratchet. This ratchet's a little bit weaker. You can hear it, but it's light, so it tends to be a little bit looser. So trying to get him into a pose, sometimes that leg gives way, so you just have to be aware of that. You have a 90-degree bend, just about 90-degree bend, single jointed knee, and nothing at the foot. There's no ankle tilt, no ankle pivot. It's just a solid foot that really only works at one angle, so you have to kind of adjust it. Oh, and I forgot, there is a thigh swivel around a universal. As far as the accessories, we do get the original Miko figure here. Pretty much the same as the original. It doesn't have any articulation or anything, it's just kind of standalone figure. We get a hammer, which is an assembled piece. It's got 3 pieces of these kind of assemble on. And this will go in the hand. You just have to unplug this, and then you can get this through the bottom. And then you can attach this on the top. And it is a little bit on the flimsy side, I'll be honest. It likes to come apart. And because he's got very small range of motion with these legs, you kind of have to set it up. But it does look good. It's just, he's hard to pose due to that one weak ratchet, and you got to balance him, but you can kind of lift this up. You can't really hold the weight of this hammer. It's unfortunate. You can kind of get it, I guess you could, but yeah, you can see it just falls down. So that is a little bit unfortunate. You can also use this hammer, done in gold. That looks pretty nice. You can unplug this. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this is a new hammer. But same issue, it's a little too heavy for him to hold it up properly. And posing him with it is a little bit of a chore. We also get his hand mace. So you can fold in the hand, you can plug this in here, and now you get that weapon. And you get 2 of them, so if you want, you can put one on both hands and get this look. And to me that's preferable just because he doesn't fall down while you're doing it. But you can't get that. I find it to be a little bit challenging to pose him due to these limitations on the legs. And for a quick size comparison, there is next to a modern day Voyager class figure. And I think back in the day this was a deluxe, I believe. I don't recall, but he fits in nicely with the Transformers Prime figures, just obviously not meant to go with the G1. I just wanted to show you for a sense of size. Alright, now let's get him transformed into vehicle mode. It is the same transformation as the original, but I'm going to go over it since we are reviewing this figure anyway. Go ahead and open these up to the side, lift up on the arms. You just kind of fold these down and out to the side for now. You can slide these back so they're out of the way. Come to the bottom here, you can open up this, bring these hood panels down. You can lift up on this. These will actually come down and just sit right here. They don't actually have a satisfying click. They just sort of sit on top. Come to the back here. We're going to lift up on this. We're going to flip the head around on a panel and then just store that under there. And this is going to stay up for now. This is supposed to actually tab into these 2 slots. It doesn't really sit all that secure. Just wanted to mention that. All right, now we have that. We can take these arms, and these are going to rotate backwards, kind of below this. We can fold the hands in, both sides. I'm going to rotate these down so that you have the spring-loaded piece towards the inside, like that. Bring these down on their hinges, double hinges, so they're back like this. Bring these out to the side. Just kind of get those ready and lined up. And we can go ahead and bring these down. These will just sit like this. Bring the roof down. That is going to tab in here on the top. And since they don't tab in securely, I just recommend you hold it. But these are going to come back and sit right here underneath and make up the back of the vehicle mode. Okay. Then we'll take care of these. So come to the bottom here. We'll fold in the toe and the heel. And these are going to bend at the knee. And before you get this in, open this up. I closed that prematurely. And this will fit up and under here, just like that. Same for this one. Fold at the knee, bring this up and in, and get that pegged into the sides underneath. There we go. Go ahead and take this entire side door piece. This is going to come back and hinge its way underneath here. So you don't want this quite closed yet. So bring this underneath, and these can be down. Same on this side, bring this underneath. And now we can close this on top. Get that pegged in. Close these up. Bring this down. And make sure everything is tabbed together. There's a tab right here. It goes into this side of the bumper. Make sure that made its way in. And then we have 2 extra pieces that aren't really used in robot mode. So you're going to take this front bumper, and this will attach right here. Like that. So it's the bottom. And then this one will come to the back. and have it so that the tabs are facing the bottom, but it'll fit right over this bumper. And again, I'm not sure if this is exactly the same as the original. I think it is. But all right, there is Giant Hammer in vehicle mode. And I think it looks really nice. It's got some nice paint details: silver, gunmetal, yellow, red, silver, silver for the wheels. Nice looking tires and wheels. Red for the taillights, red for the bumper here. These look like exhaust, the little ports on the arms, so that's nice. It does roll nicely on those wheels. You have some option parts here, so if you take this thing, take this apart, and then you grab these. Actually, you only need one, but you can grab this. This will peg into here. You can use these little ridges to attach these, so it ends up looking like boosters. Or I guess weapons of some sort. They'll just sit right there on the sides. It's a little thing you can do so you get that look. And I don't think there's a place to store the leftover, weapon pieces. Also, I don't think this one can be attached anywhere. I believe this is the new piece, but like I mentioned, I think this is just a standalone piece. And then there is Nico. And for quick size comparison, there it is next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime. And yep, we got shrinkage going on in the retail line. But nice looking truck. A little bit bigger than the current retail line. So final recommendations on the APC Toys Giant Hammer. While this is a nice recreation, it's got some issues, especially in the legs, that loose articulation there, loose joint at the shoulder. I don't know if the original had that, but since it doesn't improve, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 partial recommendation. If you missed this the first time around, the original release, the official release, then this is a nice stand-in for that. But on its own, as a whole, not the best quality toy. It doesn't really add anything to this mold. It would have been nice if they added some articulation or just improved it in some way, but it's literally a straight KO. So that's why I'm going to give a partial recommendation. Really good if you're just trying to get a stand-in for Prime version of Bulkhead. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.